Hi guys, we are here for another BookTube review video. So first off, going through the books I have read and am reading in these last 2 weeks. So I finished The Hazelwood. I'm going to get rid of this book someday because I did not like it. If you follow me on Goodreads, which I can't remember my username right now, sorry, it's something like Emerald13. I was actually going to give this book 3 stars, and I started writing my review, and I was like, I can't. I have to give it 2 stars because I did not like it that much. Like, I'll even say this, and then I'm not talking about this book anymore. There were parts in this book where I was like, are we on an acid trip or something? Because that's totally what I feel like is happening right now. So yeah, did not enjoy this book. If you love it, awesome for you, I'm glad, but I did not like it. I will definitely not be reading any sequels. And then I went to the library, and I got That Inevitable Victorian Thing, and this was the perfect book to read after the horribleness of The Hazelwood that I did not like. So this will probably be the book I talk about, but I also read Wicked Like a Wildfire, which I actually really enjoyed this book. I was kind of surprised. And part of the reason I was surprised, because with the exception of Harry Potter, I don't really like books about witches. Um, and even though in the book they occasionally call themselves witches in here, I'm like, I don't really feel like you are. You just have magic. It's okay. Like, you are what you are. So I did really enjoy this book. I am happy. It's another smiley face on my list of fairy loot books that I'm using to decide if I keep getting fairy loot, which so far looks like I am because I've only not liked 2 books so far. And continuing in my fairy loot read, even though technically this book was not the book of the month, but since it came in a box, I think it counts. I'm currently reading the Furyborn arc that we got. I only have that much to go. I loved this book. I was very happy with it. Like, from the prologue, I was like, oh, I'm in this world. This is awesome. I'm happy. And yeah, so I'm very excited. And I might be one of the few people. I actually really like the knot cover more than I like the cover that they have now. Because I just think it's pretty with all the gold. Alright, so talking about That Inevitable Victorian Thing. So this book, it's a reimagining of the past and future. Sorry for the glare that happens with library books. Where Queen Victoria, she had her daughter as her heir instead of her son, and then she made arrangements for her children to marry people from other ethnic groups, basically, like other nationalities and everything. So in this future present, whatever you want to call it, Queen Victoria's children are the ones who have been, reigning. Like, there is no Queen Elizabeth. She does not exist. And the heir to the throne, sorry, it's been a while since I read all the Chuck names. Victoria Margaret. She is basically going off on an adventure where only certain people know she's the crown princess, but to everyone else she is, oh crap, what did she call herself? I can't remember what she calls herself. Give me a minute, guys, I can quickly look. Oh, she calls herself Margaret, sorry. I thought it was like Maggie or something, but no, it's Margaret. Margaret Sandwich. And she meets these other 2 characters, Helena and August. I'm so happy they're right in the synopsis so I can quickly look. And so the story is about the 3 of them. So Helena and August have basically kind of been promised to each other since they were kids, even though they've never really talked about it, but it's kind of understood between everyone that they're gonna get married. And in this world, there's this technology where, sorry, trying to get the glare off, you basically put your gene sample into this computer and it finds the best matches for you. And and like Margaret, since she's the princess, she doesn't really have to go through that, so her father like sneaks her a chip or whatever so that she can do it if she wants to, while she's, you know, on her adventure, because of course they all know that she's doing this. And Helena decides to do it even though her parents are kind of against it because they don't believe in that kind of thing. And August just kind of, I don't think he does it at all. So, going into spoilers now, so stop watching, just know this is a really good book, you should read it. So, when Helena does it, she discovers that her genes are identified as male. Because, like, it asks, because it's kind of like a private chat type of thing where you can put whatever name you want in there. It doesn't have to be your real name. And it's asking for a male name for her, and she's like, what? No, I'm not male, what? And it turns out, they find out later that she's intersex. But so she kind of keeps going with it, and she's like, oh, why not? And she ends up talking to someone by codename Lizzie, who's actually Margaret. And so it kind of ends up like they fall in love with each other at the end, and I believe August is actually one of Margaret's matches. And he does some bad things and falls out of disgrace in his family secretly. No one really knows about it except his family. And so I'm kind of skipping right to the end now where they're like, okay, so Helena and I love each other and we want to be together, but because I'm the queen, you know, I do have to actually get married to a man. So hey, how about this? How about August, I marry you, and Helena be one of my ladies, and then we're all happy. We're all happy together, and that's how it ends. So I believe there's going to be a sequel. I'm not quite positive about that. I didn't really look. But yeah, so this book, like, I just thought it was really interesting, like, with the intersex thing, and, like, having a character who is intersex, and, you know, who's able to feel love for both sexes then, because, you know, why not? She loves August, but she also loves Margaret. And this was before she even knew that Margaret was the crown princess. So it was just a really, really enjoyable read. Again, it was something I definitely needed to read after what I read before, since I was so not happy with that. So yeah, if you haven't read this book, you should. It's by E.K. Johnson. And yeah, really good book. Next 2 weeks, I might be talking about Furyborn, but since I'm going to finish it probably tomorrow, I might not, because I might forget what happened, kind of like I did with this one. But I am still working on reading past Fairy Loot books. I actually don't have that many left, thankfully. There's only one I'm not looking forward to, but the rest I think sound interesting, so there's that going for me. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, you can post them in comments and I'll try to address them in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye.